Bem-vindo ao site Colorize Media. Aos novos ventos de mudança, a Avid tem sempre resposta adequada para os mesmos. Fomos ao seu stand ver as novidades.
We have some great products at the show today. The one we want to focus on right now is called Avid Nexus. Avid Nexus is the first software-defined storage for media in the industry. We're really proud of it. It's a successor to our product line ISIS shared storage, and that was a successor to Avid Unity, which we created many years ago. The reason I bring up Avid Unity is that we actually created software virtualization for storage many years ago, and we've carried that theme through into Avid Nexus. Software virtualization for storage is actually a really important modern way of sort of provisioning many different things that you need in storage today around capacity, scalability, flexibility, protection, security. So many of those things are built into what we call software virtualization that's actually defined from software-defined storage. Now, why is that unique and different? It's unique and different because through software, we can actually create all these great features that allow you to do different things, like start with a very small pool of storage and then scale up your capacity and bandwidth as your project needs to have those particular items. You can add additional clients to that. You can add additional functions and protection schemes. So it's really neat. And the unique thing about it is it's made with hardware that we no longer make. We provision the hardware. We buy the hardware from somebody else and put the Nexus file system on top of it and get all these great features. So if you're a post-production customer, you may want to have a few storage engines where you store all of your media. And that's really neat, but say you get more work, you need to add more storage. You can add more bandwidth, so you can play back a 4K file, for instance, in a particular project. You could easily scale up that storage so that it takes advantage of the bandwidth that's needed and the capacity that's needed to actually get your project done. What's nice about that is that the software that's running the storage actually just does all the work in the background. It automatically provisions all of the work on the new storage engines that you just have allocated and gives you that available bandwidth that you need. And then if someday you actually need to have additional protection schemes, you want to have RAID protection or mirrored protection, you can actually do that and add that functionality later, all because it's from software-defined storage. What's really nice about the scalability and functionality and the scalability and provision of storage is that you can actually have multiple clients attached to this, and that's one of the benefits of shared storage and collaboration, right? So let's say you have 10 assistant editors working on a film and you need to add bloggers onto it. You could easily just add clients to that, and they could just keep working from that same footage. That's really how shared storage works. So Media Composer actually works really well in this environment, but the ability to scale up bandwidth capacity, add new clients to it, that's really the flexibility that you need. Now, also, what's really neat about this is that you no longer have to have a pool of storage running Adobe Premiere or Final Cut or Media Composer. They can all be on Nexus storage, Avid Nexus storage. You can be running an Adobe Premiere project, a Final Cut project. It can all be stored on the same Avid Nexus storage, and you can collaborate that way too. It's really, really neat.
Já sabe que é aqui que tem as grandes novidades. Volte sempre.